Welcome to 2024. And today in our class, we're going to take a look at some techniques to learn um, breath work or pranayama. And so there are so many videos on breath work and pranayama, and sometimes we find something that really helps or not. But if you are on the journey of trying to learn this, um, I'll just share with you how I learned it and the things that really made a difference and made it possible for me to learn it in a really safe way. So there's a lot of preparation that goes into being able to have a pranayama practice, and I think it's important to really make sure that you're not hurting yourself while you're doing this practice. And so let's start from the beginning and let's start from the basics. And I will share with you a few things that you can do that are super safe and easy and accessible. And you're always welcome to ask any questions if you want on the comments below. Also, if you are going to go further into learning pranayama and these kinds of breathing techniques, I guess, or it's more of an art, I would really seek out a teacher that you can see in person so that you can be with that teacher. That teacher would be someone who has practiced this for a very long time with, and can see you and see your body and see your eyes and see the way that you are responding to the different things that you do in this practice. So that will yield the best results for you. And of course, it takes time, it takes dedication, and most of all, it takes consistency. So if 2024 is the year where you start a consistent breath practice, it would be a wonderful gift for you, for your life, for everything. But do it in the way that it can be consistent. Whenever you have an inconsistency in this practice, then that's when you open up maybe an opportunity for injury or for it not working as it should. So let's get into it and let's do the prep work for pranayama. Okay. So what I recommend is finding a spot that you can go back to every day. And usually it's nice to be able to do it in the same spot. If you're traveling and things like that, you can, of course, you're going to have a different spot. But if you have a place in your home where you can go to every day at around the same time, that would be the best. And so to start out with, if you have a yoga practice that you do at home already or a consistent yoga practice, it's always better to do your yoga practice before pranayama. And so you would do your yoga practice if it's not very strenuous and you're not left, very stimulated by your practice, then you can maybe wait 20 to 30 minutes and do pranayama. Sometimes, 15 minutes, if you're used to it, should be fine. All right. And so find a blanket. We're going to start out by finding our mat, finding our spot, and then we're going to use a blanket. So these are just nice cotton blankets that are stable. So they're not going to be slippery and they're not going to be too soft. So I'm going to show you how to make the support that you're going to lay on. So when we start the pranayama practice, you want to start learning how to soften the eyes, the ears, and the throat. And this is something that I repeat a lot in the classes that I teach on this channel. And this is a great way to start learning that first step. So there's a lot of videos that will explain the precautions of pranayama. So doing pranayama practices that are maybe too advanced, or there is a huge danger in different psychological things that can develop if you're doing the pranayama practice the wrong way. So it is so important to start in this way, learning how to breathe correctly, how to open the chest, how to soften the eyes, the ears, and the throat. So you're not creating more tension in a practice that's meant to help you maybe release tension and explore the different flow of prana in your body. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a little triangle, a little pyramid with this blanket. So bring your blanket to the floor and then fold it. This is a very large blanket. So here it's folded in half, and then I fold it in half again, just really making sure that your blanket is nicely folded. So put a little bit of attention into it. And I'll show you here. So flatten that. So you're going to have a side here where you have your fold, and then a side with the raw edges. Okay. All right. The length of this blanket should be, the length of your torso, including your head. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my chest here, and I'm going to measure into thirds. So if I have this third, then I have the middle third and the right third, let's just say. So I'm going to try to bring the top part of this pyramid that I'm going to show you how to make about the width of one of these thirds. Okay, so about this wide. So what I do is when I have it flat on the ground, I come here to the edge and I measure this distance, this third here. Okay, and I bring my fingers to where that is, and I bring it up like this, and I bring it on top. I fold it on top of the blanket. So just to show you again, you measure that third. It's this distance here, this third on your body, and approximately you pinch right at that place. You lift and you bring it up and over the blanket. So easy enough. Okay, and then I make sure it's just about 2 centimeters or maybe 1 centimeter. I don't know, just a little step there. And I do the same thing again. I bring it, and now I have a little pyramid. Okay, and I have a little, like this. All right, so the bottom steps are a little bit wider than the top. And then place this on your mat so that when you lay down on top of this blanket, your sacrum will be touching the side that it's very even. There is, the raw edge side here, that's not very even. That's, they're more, not in line with each other. And this side is very nice and neat. So this side's towards the head, and the neat side is going to be towards your sacrum. All right. Then you're going to grab another blanket, and you're going to use this as your pillow. And so you'll place this blanket, and I'll show you how to place the pillow on your head too. Okay. So now what we'll do is, now that, if you take a minute to build your support, I'll show you how to lay on it, and then I will maybe give you a little bit of a guided session on how to go about the practice. All right, so we're going to come close here to the blanket, and I'm going to place both of my fingers, my thumbs, on the edges of this very top layer of our blanket. So sit close to the blanket, place the thumbs there, and then make sure that they're equidistant from your spine so that you're laying right on the middle of that blanket. Okay. And making sure that this isn't on your sacrum, that this is right above your waist area here, so that your lower back isn't on the blanket support. And then I move the head support so that it's supporting my head here, so that if I don't have it, you notice that my chin is pointing up. So if there were a lake here on my face, the water would drain out towards the top. And with the support, I'm able to have more of a level um, face here, so that my chin isn't pointing up. And then my arms are out to the side, so they're not too far up and they're not stuck to the body, just about a few inches here. And then I'm able to just relax the shoulders and the chest in that shape of the blanket. And here I would leave myself enough room so I can straighten the legs. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to fix that. Oh, there we are. Okay, so hopefully you can get into this pose. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments right now and I can help you if you are doing this class live. If you're watching it after the fact, feel free to send me comments and I can help you adjust your prop. So this should give you almost an instant sort of relaxing feel of this shape that it's, opening the chest very, very gently. So let's get back into the support, making sure that your lower back is not supported by the blanket. So come back on your elbows, center the spine on the support, and slowly bring the legs out. And lay back on the support. All right, I'm going to get up. If you are laying down on your support, go ahead and stay there laying down. And have the sensation that the skin of the back is coming down towards the sacrum, so that there's this feeling. Even if you have to scooch your skin a little bit on your blanket, that the skin of the back is being pushed down towards your sacrum versus bunching up the skin towards the neck here. So there's a release down of the skin on your blanket. And as you lay down on your blanket and you start feeling the very gentle opening of your chest because of the shape of the blanket, if you don't have this blanket here, it's fine to lay on the floor. To support your head so that the chin isn't pointing up, lay on the floor, close your eyes. So you'll gently start breathing through the nose here. So laying down on your support, breathe through the nose, and you're not doing anything, you're just watching the breath come in, and then breathe in and breathe out. And for today's exercise, we're not going to worry too much on the movement of the breath, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the quality of the eyes, the ears, and the throat as a first step. So I'm sitting down so that I can project my voice a little bit better. And if you're taking this class, go ahead and lay back down on your blanket. So as you close your eyes, you're going to feel the lid of your eye just sliding down the surface of the lens of your eye. And you feel the softness of the smoothness of the lid of your eye closing down and the lashes, the top lashes meeting down with the bottom lash. And notice the quality of the lens of your eye. What is the quality in the lens of your eye? Is it hard? Is it soft? So take a breath through your nose and pay the most attention to the lens of the eye. So take a breath and soften that lens. And so I'll give you a visual so that you can understand how to soften the lens of the eye. It must seem, if you've never done this before, it must seem uh, a little bit different. With your eyes closed, picture you're walking down the street and you see a fight. So this is a fight between two adults. It's a pretty uncomfortable scene. Notice what would be the quality in the lens of your eye then. Would it be hardened because you are, witnessing this scene, that it's violent and it's scary, and it's not, a soothing thing that you're seeing? And what is the quality of the lens of the eye? It may be hard. It may be, um, something that is not relaxed. And then for a moment, just realize it's just an imagination. And so the fight is not there anymore. And take a few breaths. Sometimes when we're resisting something, that hardness of resisting whatever we're resisting, seeing, a violent scene or seeing something that we don't like, and it can be as simple, as pollution or, the destruction of something. There is that resistance, something that we don't like, and that hardness sometimes expresses as hardness in the lens of the eye. So see that as you walk around, as you think about things, you start noticing that happening, noticing that hardness in the lens of your eye, and you just notice. There's nothing that you need to do. And now what we're going to do is take a few breaths through the nose. And we're going to imagine something much different. So you're walking in a beautiful, warm place. It's not hot, it's warm, it's the morning, and there are beautiful garden of flowers. And these flowers have the most soft dew on them, the morning dew, and it's just nourishing and making those flowers start to bloom in the morning. And you are witnessing this. And there's absolutely no threat. You're in a safe place. You're watching this beautiful blooming of the flowers in the first hours of the morning. And there's a certain quality to the lens of your eye then. It is not resisting anything. It's a complete bliss of seeing this beautiful natural phenomenon. And the lens of your eyes are soft and receptive. And that softness and that receptivity can actually permeate through every cell of your body. So as you're breathing through your nose, you could even inhale the fragrance of the flowers. But most of all, you're noticing the softness in the lens of your eyes and how that can permeate through your brain, that can permeate through every nerve ending in your body. And it can start relaxing all of those spots that are tense, where we harbor tightness or pain. And have that softness in your eye sort of teach those areas of tightness and pain how to soften as well. So allow it to permeate. You can picture many other things that can, if you are a mother and the first time that you've saw the face of your baby, the sweet baby that's happy and fed and it's in your arms, and you just have this softness. And so that softness, is transferred in the way that you are watching this baby, that there is no resistance, that there's just pure love. And it creates a quality in the lens of the eye that you want to imagine and sort of recreate. And that is the softness in the eye through which you can practice pranayama, meditation, and your yoga practice. So with the few next breaths, practice creating that softness, releasing any kind of resistance in the lens of the eye, and allowing that softness to permeate throughout your body. It starts in your throat, in your inner ears, and allows your breath to move free as you inhale and exhale. You start noticing any areas where you feel a grip. It may be in the stomach, it may be in the hips, in the legs, in the back, in the neck. Just go back to thinking of softening the lens of the eye. And with that softness, it permeates through the rest of the body. So softness in the eyes, the ears, the tongue, the throat, the belly. And you can also use this if you're ever in an argument with somebody, or you're presented with a situation, be it at work or in your life, where there is anxiety or there is some kind of aversion that you are resisting. Take the correct steps to make sure that you're, in a safe place and all of that. But at the same time, if you have the space, you can notice what's the quality in the lens of your eyes. And even if you are in a situation where you are resisting and you don't like it, you can soften the lens of your eyes. So you can be in an argument and you remember this and you soften the lens of your eye. And in that instant, maybe something changes in that argument. Maybe not for the other person, it may change for you. So it may bring a lot more clarity and a lot more distance from the argument, and an ability to maybe center something within yourself that, there is a argument going on, but it doesn't mean that hardness has to transfer then into every part of your body, and then your thoughts, and then whatever else. So remember, soften the lens of the eye. And take a deep breath in through your nose and the breath out, and then spread that softness through every cell in the body. And through this work of doing this over and over and over again, you discover a beauty and you discover an interest and a curiosity in doing this work. So it's not a chore, and it's not something you do for, for the goal of having a pranayama practice. Is something that you start really enjoying, and something that you start discovering more and more with. And so take this as almost like this, it's like a wonderful practice to have, versus just, a beginning exercise to get to somewhere else. So this softness in the eye becomes a companion and a guide for receptivity in your entire body. And eventually, it can help you discover, how to lead your practice. So after doing this for a few minutes, you can start doing this for 5, 10, 15 minutes a day. You can practice Shavasana after this, and you can use the same imagery in the beginning to get comfortable with the idea of what it means to soften the lens of the eye, to soften the eyes. And then if you would like, we can go further and start looking at more steps that take you in the direction of starting a pranayama practice. So let me know if you like this, if this helps you in your practice, if this even helps you come out of a stressful situation and a place and start reversing that and turning it into an opportunity to take a look at what is it that causes that hardness in the eye. And if you soften that, how you can transfer that to all parts of your body and releasing stress, tension, and resistance. Let me know if you enjoyed that. If you are in the position, go ahead and you can turn to the right, come out of the blanket, and then lay flat on your mat for a good, minute to a few minutes shavasana. And when you're ready, you can roll to the right and come up. It's nice in shavasana to have your back flat on the floor so that you're not on the blanket. And in shavasana, you just release and you breathe, and you're not really following your breath or releasing, you're just observing what the effect of this work on the lens of the eye and the rest of the body. Just observe without trying to record any of this information. Just observe and let go. When you finish your shavasana, come up and sit up. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know how this practice was for you, and have a wonderful day and a wonderful 2024. If you think anybody you know may benefit from this, please share and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much.